Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is in our router series. This is part 2. How to check if your router is actually connected to the internet and everything is alright when something's wrong. Now, one of the first thing that can happen is simply that your computer is not connecting to the router. Another problem that can arise is the router is not connecting to the internet. So how do you know which is which? First of all, of course, if you're on wireless, if it says you're not connected, you already know that there's no connection between your router and your computer. But if you're connected, but it says that you can't access web pages or stuff like that, of course you can be infected by malware. That often happens, that it actually disrupts your internet connection. But if you want to know, am I connected correctly? Is my router connected to the internet? You can actually open a web browser page. At the top, connect to your router by entering its IP address. If you don't know what it is or how to work that, we have a part 1 of this series that explains to you how to do this. Enter your username and password. You will need to know this information in order to connect. And most routers, once you get into the menus, on the top row will have something called status, and this status will give you information about how your router is connected. So here it's going to say firmware version. It's going to tell you the current date and time usually. It will of course give you the automatic DHCP, or depending on what type of connection you have, all the information, internet IP address, the default gateway, and your DNS. If you see all that information, IP address and DNS, that means you're probably connected to the internet. If your computer cannot access a web page, there are chances it could be your computer that is having problems. Malware, like I said, will often change information in your computer and make it have problems access the internet. Of course, you can connect another device and check if that device connected to your router has access to the internet also. But this is a very interesting page. This is where I usually go to see what's happening. And if the DNS says 000 or the IP address says only zeros, or 255.255.255 or stuff like that, that is no good. It means it's not connected. What do? Well, the easiest thing to do is unplug your router from the wall socket and plug your modem from the wall socket. Wait for about a minute, plug back the modem and the router, wait another minute or two for the router and the modem to actually connect to each other, and usually things should be back to normal. If it's the router itself, you should see numbers like the internet IP and DNS show up, so that will actually give you the information that you're connected to the internet. So that's one thing that you can check for, your internet and your router status. It's one of the pages that gives you information about connection. Remember, you want to have an internet IP and you want to have DNS pop up in the DNS address. If that happens, usually you're connected to the internet and your router can access its internet. Some routers even have a internet test. This model does not, but a lot of routers I've seen have a little button that says check for internet access or something like that, and gives you a status that says, well, it's okay, I'm connected to the internet, I can see the internet in general. And so that's the first information that you'll need to know, how to view your status page and know that you're connected to the internet. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. Maybe you have a feature that you'd like us to make a video about. And of course, give us thumbs up if you like the videos, and why not subscribe?